Hi, and welcome back, everybody. Our last video looked at modifying footings and foundations, and I said that we would be looking at creating the roof on your elevation view in this video, but I lied. I've decided I'm going to save that for the video after this. So this video is going to focus on windows and doors and adding those features to your elevation view. So currently we're back in the windows and doors submodule. We've already downloaded and inserted the contents of this file into our Pruel's drawing, and then we have a series of exterior doors, which are all 36-inch doors. And there's 3 files here, and I'm not going to click all of them open. I'm going to let you do that and take a look at all of them, but basically this is for preference. Hit open, and this is what the first file looks like. So this is basically just selecting a style for your door. Again, you can copy and paste these things in. So draw a box around it, and clipboard, right click and left click clipboard, copy. And there's some funky designs in here. This one's not so out there, but there's some in the other 2 files. So I'll let you take a look at them and decide what you want to use. We're going to click into my file, and I'm going to clipboard and paste these in. Okay. So I've decided that I'm going to use a door that pretty much doesn't have any windows in it for my storage room. So I'm going to go with door 8. We're going to assume that this is just a textured surface here for our door. No windows. So what we're going to do is draw a line from either this endpoint or this endpoint. I'll select this one, and we'll draw a line right down to perpendicular. So this line is going to represent an anchor for me to snap that door to. So I'm going to hit select this door. It is already grouped, and I'm going to copy it from here and move it into the top of where this foundation wall sits above grade. Now, one thing you can do with this is you can grip this line, this grade level line, out 3 feet. So this line here, we're going to erase it. So this is all I'm going to show on this elevation. I don't need to show, I'm not going to be showing this window, even though technically it's in a hidden detail. We're only going to be showing what's visible to us in the elevation that we're projecting. So for the front elevation, the only thing we see is the door. We do see these lines here that again represent the change in the direction of build. So let's take a look at this one next. So this one we're going to just be seeing 2 windows. So what we can do, I'll do this one a little differently. I'm going to snap here at this endpoint that sits on the actual exterior wall face. Bring it down. I'm going to snap it to the top of the elevation, the top of the wall. And I'm going to go up here to my elevation casement windows. So this one here is using single casement, and I am pretty darn sure we're using a stucco wall on this drawing. 7 7/8 is my measurement. So let's just go up here and double check that. I should get 7 7/8, and yes, I do. So I'm using stucco wall. So I go to my stucco wall elevation. Oh, these are sliding patio doors. This is what I want. So these aren't grouped, so be careful. So what I'm going to do is group this. Then I'm going to select it, copy it from here, and I'm going to snap it to the top of the wall. Now this isn't where it's going to sit forever and ever. This is just one anchor. I can't have the window right at the very top of this wall. So I'm going to be moving it down. But I am going to be erasing that line. I'm going to do the same thing again. What I can do here is just select this one because it's grouped and just move it. Let's undo that. What I meant to do was copy it. The heat's getting to me. Okay. Erase. And we'll come back and fix this up in a minute. Okay, so we have another door. I'm going to choose a different door style for this elevation. This is a door that enters the sitting room and the galley kitchen area. I would like to be able to see into the home. I'm going to use this one here. We assume that in this door, this is an open window glass. So we're going to select this one, copy it from the intersection, and drop it into position. Erase. Okay. So we also have double casement windows along this elevation. So we're going to be doing this the same way we did the other ones. I'm going to go to the top, and I'm going to do that again here. Let's go to our windows and doors. So we're going to be using a double casement window. Again, it's not grouped, so select everything by drawing a box from top right to bottom left. Don't include the text. Go to groups and create a group. Now, select it. We're going to copy it from the top left endpoint, and we're going to snap to here and to this end. These are very generous windows in height. They're very lovely. They measure 5.5 feet. So very generous for a pool house. Great. Okay. And on this one, all we have is a sliding patio door. So again, this works again like the other one. You get a lot of review in these videos. It's really good. Okay, so what do we have here? Stucco wall, 6-inch sliding door, and a 5-inch sliding door. Ooh, which one do I need? I don't remember. So, it is a 6 foot. I hope I said 6. Okay, this one. Again, not grouped. I apologize. Group. And Actually, I want to correct something that I've done here. I really meant to attach the line to here because this represents the very bottom sill of that sliding patio door, that first little step. So to do this correctly, I'm going to end up moving this to here. So I just want to correct a little mistake I made. I'll bring that up to here. And now that's going to be proper. So let's go back to here. And we're going to copy it from right at this very bottom left endpoint. And drop it right there. Okay, we're going to erase. Okay, so some of these doors that are white. So this one here is selected. This one's selected. We're going to go to our layer manager. We're going to put them on the windows and doors layer because that's what they are. All windows and doors are on that layer that is blue. And we also need to adjust the height of these windows here. So, whoops. Okay. We're going to select both and do this at the same time, making sure ortho is on. And let's move them with our move tool, not copy. We'll find this intersection and we'll move them down 1 foot. Something like that looks good. Now remember, our roof is going to end up covering the top part of this elevation wall soon. So this should give us enough room. Now if we need to move them down again, we can do so, but about 1 foot from here to here is a pretty standard size, and it looks great. Basically, if you were standing in the home, you'd be about eye level with the window. We're going to do the same thing with these windows here. Move, specify base point, end point, come down 1 foot. And that looks good. So that our windows are still just a little bit higher than the top of the door, and we should have enough room to get our roof on there without interference. Everything should look great. Sliding patio door stays about 8 inches above our grade at the top of our foundation wall. So this is being shown properly, and this door is doing the same thing. Now, I recommend that you take a couple of reference lines to make sure everything is lining up properly. So meaning that if I drew a line from here, it should end up perfectly in line with the right side of that door. As you can see that it does. Let's check these windows. So let's check a measurement from here. The windowsill. This should line up with the bottom right of the windowsill, which it does. Let's test this one. Let's go to the window frame endpoint on the right side. And again, it lines up perfectly with the elevation. Just like what we learned in our mechanical drawing unit, everything in a drawing must be orthographically aligned, even in architectural design. So let's go to the center. Yeah, we're in the center of this window. Let's check a little to the left of the center into the center frame. That lines up perfectly as well. And now let's check the sliding patio door. Let's check here. See where we end up. And we're lining up perfectly. So everything is lining up the way it should. We have our windows and doors in place. And at this point, now we're ready to begin looking at adding our roof to our elevations. We're getting near the end. As soon as we add the roof, we'll look at adding some hatching for some exterior finish patterns. We'll be looking at presenting in paper space, again in a double viewport, and we'll be looking at adding some dimensions before we call this a project. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.